Okay, so I'm going to record sort of a vlog story, I guess, um, of, um, there was like 3 instances that happened to me. This is actually off my MySpace, but I know I've put it on Facebook too. 3 different instances, excuse me, that have happened to me on, July 3rd, 2007. So, it was a Tuesday, and I was running late to get to work because I had slept in. I had slept. My alarm went off. I woke up and I was like, eh, and then I slept in a little bit more. I did reset my alarm, but I was running a little late. So because my grandma was giving me a ride to work, I was like, hey, can you possibly drop me off or drive through In-N-Out Burger, which was literally right next to AJ's, which is where I was working at the time. And so my grandma was, all right, sure, and she took my grandpa's new car. They had one at a casino, and it was a great car, so it was able to drive faster than the old one. But we kept getting stuck behind slow people and things like that. Finally we got there, and the line for the drive-through was like ridiculously long. So I was just like, screw it, let me go inside. I went inside, I got my burger in like 7 minutes, and I ran over to my grandma's car. We drove across the street to AJ's, and I had about 4 minutes to eat my lunch before going to work. So I kind of just like, started eating really fast. Um, I didn't get to finish everything, but that's besides the point. So I'm back there in the break room, just like eating my food, and Brittany, a girl that I used to work with, was asking me how big my soda was, and I was like, I don't know, I think it's a 44 ounce, and she's like, yeah, I think so too, and then I checked under the cup, because if you check under the cup, that's where they have the amount of ounces that they are. So I look under it, and I read on the bottom of the cup, John 3:16. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I told her, what the hell? And she was like, oh yeah, that her and her mom had eaten there before, and that they God mark all of their food. And I was like, what does that mean, God mark? I'm not sure what you're talking about. And and she said, yeah, no, they put like, some sort of Bible verse on every piece of food, like container or bag that they have. And I was like, what? And I looked at the bottom of my burger wrapper, and it said Revelation 3:20, and I was like, that is ridiculous. And I just couldn't believe that they would do that. And I was just really pissed off that In-N-Out Burger was able to kind of push their religion. I mean, they're not in your face about it, but it is on everything you eat, and it's subliminally, it could affect children or things like that. And I feel like, with all my struggles with my religion, like, that I've had in the past, however long I've been alive, I think about 20 years I've been struggling with a religion. Out of 24 is a lot. And I just never thought it was good to kind of push religion. I think that religion is something that comes naturally to people, and if it doesn't, you feel forced into it, I think. I mean, that's my opinion. Not everybody believes that. But, so anyway, um, so ever since then, I have not eaten there, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I have eaten things from there, but I've never actually purchased anything myself, because I don't want any of my money going to that. And it seems a little extreme, but that's me. Okay, and so the next part is, once I actually get onto the counter, and I clock in to work, I get over to my friend Jerry, and my friend Jerry's working the counter, and, and I just go out to get like a little sip of soda because I'm a little thirsty from having eaten something, and I just go out there really quickly, and Jerry comes up to me to like fill a soda cup, and she like grabs my shoulder really hard, and I'm just like, ow. And then at first I was like, why are you grabbing me? And then I also thought like, oh my god, is everything okay? Because like so many things could happen there. And she just like, kind of not so quietly actually, like, says to me, look at that lady's nails. And the lady, she's helping, and I turn around briefly to look at the nails, kind of thinking like, what are they, like Coke nails? That's no big deal. And I turn around, and this lady's nails are like, if you've ever seen the Guinness Book of World Records episode about nails, they're literally like, not just like Coke nails, right? but they are like curled around underneath her hands, and her hands are like this because she can't even like pick up things because her nails are in the way. And so when she goes to get the change from Jerry, she's like, "Oh, give me that change," and she could hardly like clasp her hand around it. And and Jerry, after she's done helping her, is like, "Oh my God, one of those nails almost touched me," and I was about to puke. And then I was like, "That's so funny, like it's just hilarious." But then she even went into further detail. Jerry was just like always about going into weird details. And so Jerry was like, "I have picked out maggots out of the anus of live kittens because they were diseased," or something like that. "I picked maggots out of live kittens' asses, assholes, and this almost made me throw up." And I just thought that was hilarious. And I don't know. I was just like blown away. And then she was like mentioning like the detail of the nails, and she was like saying that the lady was talking about how she had just glued back a little piece of her nail back onto it. And then Jerry was like this much of a nail is gonna make a difference over that much length. Like, I mean, gluing it back on. So I thought that was hilarious. And then later that evening, I'm going to close the store, and because I'm going to close this store, I am sorry, pop-ups everywhere. I am, trying to help out the people. People would come every night to take the old food because we couldn't resell it. It needs to be fresh every day. Those were our standards, but it's still edible. People at the homeless shelters and things like that can take it for their families or whatever. So this one night came in, like a family. It was 3 kids, and two parents, and there's like a 15 or 16-year-old boy, and he looks very skinny. He looks like a gay twink, and I mean, he acts like a gay guy, and he's very skinny, so he looks like a twink. And he just comes up to me and he's like hitting on me, and I'm like, hi, what's up? I'm just freaking out because of this. And his sister then comes up and she's like, "Hey, sexy, can I get a drink?" And she's talking to me, but she's making fun of the way her brother's hitting on me. And the whole time I'm thinking he's like gay. And she's like, I don't know, she looks like every other stoner that I've ever seen in my life. Just like, "Can I get a drink?" And it's just like, "What's up?" Like, really, I don't know, out of it. And I just thought that was so weird. And then she proceeds to give me her brother's number. And I'm like, "What? I don't want his number." And then she's like, "Oh, JK, that's actually my number." And this girl's name was, oh God, what was her name? If I could remember, Jazzy. Her name was Jazzy, like jazz with a Y. And I was just like, "What? Like, this is so weird." And like, it had been a long time since I had been like hit on by like complete strangers at that point, that I was just like, "What?" And then the gay dude continued to like flirt with me, and they were wondering, both of them were wondering about, like, we have a jar that's up on our counter, and they were wondering if this jar had cookies in it, because they were like these little, like, they look like cookies, but they were dog biscuits. They were shaped like dog biscuits, and they were wondering if they were cookies shaped like dog biscuits to be cute, or if they were actually dog biscuits. And I let them know that they were actually dog biscuits, and they were like, "Oh, can we try some?" And then, the gay guy's like hitting on me, trying to be like, "Yeah, I want to try some of these dog biscuits." I'm just like, "Okay." So I break it off so that he could try it and so that she could try it, and he tries it and he's just like, "Blah," and then he throws the rest away, and I ate the whole thing, and it tasted like cardboard, because he was saying like, "I'll try it if you try it," and I tried it. It tasted like wood shavings or cardboard or something. It was very just like gross. But anyway, that was like one day. So, and to this day, I still don't eat the In-N-Out burger. I mean, I don't purchase anything from them. I don't necessarily have as strong of feelings as I used to back then, but I was just really pissed off by that. Just probably by like the place, like by where I was in my own head. But anyway, that's a story that I found on my MySpace, and I thought I would share it, and it's just the day in the life of me. One day, these 3 great stories happened, so I'll keep you updated on more stories from LiveJournal, MySpace, anything, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope to talk to you tomorrow.